Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready up. 45 to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Snap.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
From the 27, Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the box. 45. Mike, 45.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here I come. Check hot route. Hot.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got it. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a first down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way that.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Switch up, switch up. Read, Timothy. Mike 51. You don't want nothing. You don't want Trump. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want 51.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. Got some room at the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a first down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Now we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On the ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, Zoo. Key to tight end. 4 down. Alert. Check three. Get it.
They fake the handoff, now lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The product oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Winston going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Ready.
Block now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Army.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Hey, Alpha.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up with Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what...
It got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Tight down. There you go. Mike 54.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Ready? Flag! Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got wide.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 3 into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the first play in the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready? Mike 25. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
And a Buccaneer first down. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. What? Twist.
A first down throw for Winston. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lock to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On the coverage.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He'll take it at the 42. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check. 54. Time to go, night. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You ain't going nowhere.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take the win. Ready?
Now Locke throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They look to throw. It's Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
For the Bronco field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, it's Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
Hit it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Here's Locke to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you.
Locke now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, watch that. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Lock going to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton.
Let's go. Do it.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st down, Lindsey. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Winston now. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Hey, come on, now, come on.
61, matchbox right.
Check.
Go.
Now to the air, Lock. Fighting through pressure, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Now he's forced out right. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Check 31. Check 31.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead. They go.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the play fake, Winston. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Jameis now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
You can't block me. Mike spot 4.
To throw is Winston. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead will shrink to 6. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And the Broncos are able to cover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
No.
Snap.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On the counter, Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby. I see you.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check three.
Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Watch out. Shit.
One last shot now for Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.